Get ready, it's time for the first edition of the Misadventures of Turftastic Teddy. This edition of the Turftastic Teddy program is brought to you by Sycamore Hills Golf. If you're looking for 27 challenging holes, call Sycamore Hills today. Sycamore Hills, the home of the 2-7 Publix team. And why is it just so great to be a member of the Publix team at Sycamore Hills? Why, of course, it's the free food. We get heaping, piling mounds of meatballs, Italian sausage and peppers, and of course bread. They bring us out food when they know the Turftastic One is ready for some grub. And the only thing Turftastic Teddy likes more than a full plate of food is one that is empty, because he got his grub on, he got his eat on, and he devoured all of the food. And now it is time to choose what actually happened to the Turftastic One. For those of you that were there on Sunday, they could clearly see that the Turftastic One was a little banged up. He had scrapes and scabs on his knuckles and one enormous pus-laden one on his kneecap. There has been so much debate as to what happened to our hero, and so now it's time for you to decide. You'll be given two separate stories, and you can determine which one is the actual real truth. Teddy is such a fan of Foghorn Leghorn, the cartoon character, that he considered getting a tattoo of the famous bird. The company the Turftastic One works for frowns upon any body art, so instead he is still paying homage to Foghorn by scraping his knee into a design that looks eerily similar to Foghorn Leghorn. For the grainy video here, but this is some very old file footage. In fact, footage so old it's as old as this woman. This woman claims herself to be 46 years old. You can clearly look at her. She is not 46. When he's not mending to the turf of the Metro Detroit area, the Turftastic One patrols one of the local trailer parks as security to keep the residents safe and sound. Last week, while on quote-unquote patrol, and we all know what patrol means, it means either watching movies on his portable DVD player or catching up on some much-needed Z's while sleeping on the job. Well, he was called to the palatial state of the trailer park, shown here. This 4-story, 5-bedroom unit is notoriously a target for thieves in the trailer park, as the Turftastic One knows that he always needs to keep an eye on this place. Security was called by the homeowner, this white trash woman who claims to be 46, but is probably closer to 60. She called and reported a break-in. When the Turftastic One reported to the scene, the aging woman reported that this teenager with a horrendous mullet did the absolute unthinkable and stole not one, but 2 cartons of her beloved Pall Mall cigarettes. After she stood up and pulled up her zipper that had been down, she demonstrated to security how the mulleted kid whacked her with a baseball bat, just like one of her many boyfriends does when she doesn't listen. And then she reported the kid with the mullet absconded with the Pall Malls. The Turftastic One sprang into action and was determined to help the damsel in distress, because she told him that he did not look a day over 43, and she also said she had never seen such a wonderful straw visor before. This really sparked up our hero, so he was going to do the best job that he could as park security to find the mulleted kid and get back those Pall Mall smokes. Get them back in the hands they rightfully belong to. The Turftastic One was so focused on the task at hand that he drove right by one of the residents who was outside going to the bathroom. Normally, as security, he would write this guy a demerit for indecent exposure, and for every 5 demerits that he writes, he earns a $2 coupon at any participating Waffle House. Teddy eventually found the kid with the smokes hiding underneath the trailer, and the kid had gotten his mullet stuck in the wheel well of the mobile home. The Turftastic One slid underneath the mobile home, rescued the kid by cutting off the back of his hair and giving him a normal haircut. The kid felt like a real person for the first time in his life because of his new haircut. The home was obviously on a cement slab, and without regard for his own appendages, he rescued the boy in the smokes. He slid 12 feet to what was directly under the center of the home and got all scabbed up in the process. As he took the boy home, the Turftastic One regaled the young lad with stories of how he hit a driver that a 3-wood into a 320-yard hole and made birdie. He then told the young man about every shot he hit in the 4 previous rounds of golf. The young man has since taken to calling the Turftastic One the Conquistador because of his heroics of saving him from a troubled life of a mullet.